humble bragging. I know that as a fact. But I would never say that. Because everybody has their faults. Everybody has their weaknesses. Everybody does their work differently. And that's what they're refusing to see. Either there needs to be a major shift in command. There needs to be a major shift in departments. I don't think enough conversation at this point is going to save whatever this is. You could talk the ears off the captains.
Forte, there's a lot of shit going on in this this police department right now. A lot.
I'm worried, Flop.
Give me a second.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put chat in emote mode. I need everyone to take a $5 and chill the fuck out. Jesus H. Christ. Some of you need to understand this is a fucking video game. This is a video game. Grow up. Step outside. Put your tongue to concrete. And roll through some grass. This is not that fucking serious. I don't give a shit what's going on. I'm role-playing my character right now. And if you'd like to be here for that, please feel free. But I am not going to tolerate any stupid shit. Comprende? Fantastic. I apologize.
One on I'm gonna code 6 around group 6 Bay City Bank for the 301.
Forte, you are a rare breed in this PD. A building is only as good as its foundation. And I will tell you right now, this foundation is not very strong.
I know, man.
There's a lot of things that I am trying to work on. There's a lot of things that I'm trying to fix. I'm not a perfect officer. I'm not a perfect cop. I'm not a perfect leader. But I know where we need to be. And I have made it very, very, very loud for everybody exactly where things need to be. And I'm going to continue to do that as best as I can. It's, I'm going to be honest with you. One of two things are going to happen. The point is made and we're able to make progress. Or the point is not made. And this place collapses.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be fucking blunt with you. If the snowball effect of Shiesty is what starts that, this is not the first time I've watched a police department fail. And I'll tell you what, the reason it failed the first time was because of internal neglect and government oversight. And if I have to watch this police department go through more oversight, you bet your ass if I walk away and this place goes up in flames, I won't shed a fucking tear. Let me explain something to you. The oath you take in this police department is the same oath that we all take when we take this job. The job that we took and the job that we have taken is a standard that we should all be following. As much as people want us to be viewed as this positive light and as this positive entity, and they want us to be these outgoing, you know, public servants, the oath to protect and serve is supposed to be unified with everybody. And I got this far by doing it on my own. I got this far by following my own oath. I don't do this for anyone else. I don't do this to please a captain. I don't do this to please anybody. And I'm going to tell you now, the moment you start kissing toes is the day that your dignity is gone. Do not loop yourself in with anybody here. Back each other up. Have each other's backs. But do not for a second think that someone's rank is above all. At the end of the day, we're all adults and we're all human beings. And unfortunately, the oath can't be followed for everybody. Unfortunately, at some point, we have to just walk away from it. I followed the oath for my own reasons, and I'm still here. And I realize that if you don't join a fucking pack, you seem to get a lot further. All I'm going to say, Forte, and the point I'm getting at, is that you know your morals, you know your grounds. Continue to follow your morals and your grounds. Frostcode, we get a minute, please?
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you. The oath and the grounds that you follow should be your own, so long as you're following the SOPs. If you can follow the standard that is to be expected, how you operate as a person in this uniform is all about personality, and it should only be about personality. There's a reason why a lot of people come to me, and there's a lot of reason why people want my input. I'm not doing anything different than anyone else is. I'm just doing it by being myself and not trying to impress anyone else.
That's why I respect you as well as Barrick, as well as Alice, to the highest regard. I will fight tooth and nail for any of you. I don't care whatever the fuck it is, because I see it. I see it in just day-to-day life. I don't give a fuck about what is and isn't. You see it. You get everybody's perspective. You do it right. Do it the way it should be done. We need more of you all. We need to push those morals and values into the future classes. Mistakes are mistake. We all have our own. But it's about how you fix those. There's just a lot of people that are currently, one, not being reprimanded, two, being reprimanded, not doing a damn thing about it, or three, have an unbelievable amount of bias from people protecting. and protecting them in the wrong ways. I fully would expect you and just you. If I fucked up big time, I hope you drag my name through them. And it would be real easy because I would own up to it. That's what I expect. If I go out there and shoot a man in the head, be like, well, yeah, fuck it. I hope the worst comes of me. But there's a lot of people that haven't done anything wrong. And I fully believe the only thing I've done wrong is made a joke.
The reality,
That's just me.
the reality is that the bar that is being set is so unbelievably low for being reprimanded that we are going to be seeing, I'm telling you now, there's going to be a very rude awakening for this police department. And it's not going to be good for anybody. And I'm already voicing my concerns. You want me to give you some logistical information? Something to maybe just keep in the back of your mind?
Sure.
Obviously off the record. Don't mention this to anyone. We have 11 full officers in shift 3. Okay. We have 11 PPOs. We have 8 non-PPOs. That's 19 cadets in total. Out of the 19 cadets, we have many active, we have many inactive. But we monitor and maintain 19. Now let's go back to the 11 full officers that we have. You know how many of those 11 are currently active? 5. Out of the 5 that are currently active, we are all FTOs. Since Turner's absence, I have yet to take a single cadet or be able to monitor anybody because I have no time to be on duty. My time on duty is meetings. You know how many calls I've responded to today? 2.
Sad that you can count.
I've been on duty for 7 hours. 2 calls. The entire day. The rest of them were meetings and politics. And that's fine because I can't be upset about that. I took this obligation and I took it freely. Because unfortunately, I don't know many other people who could take this job and obligation freely. And
I don't know who else would be doing it. That's my exact, you know?
Yeah. The truth of the matter, though, is that out of the 5 that we have that are active, there was this aura around the PD about bringing back old guard. I'm sure you've heard from others, maybe this term.
I've heard it.
Do you understand it? Do you know what's being referred?
Yeah.
You know how many of the 5?
All of them.
There you go.
All of them.
The logistical nightmare of this shift falls on the burden of the idea that we need help. We have asked for the calling of help. We have requested help. And we still, to this point, have no help. And the problem is that we're going to be losing a lot of good people who do not deserve their day away from this police department. And it's going to fucking suck. It really is. The takeaway that I asked for you And the only thing I need you to take away from this conversation is that the day that you were questioned about everything that transpired, what happened, you did not hear this from me. Is to just simply ask who you were put in front of. If you asked me and ordered me to pull out my gun and shoot you in the head, would you do it? And your answer would be no. And that there has to be a line drawn somewhere. And you believe that that line was unbelievably crossed.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you can remember that?
Uh-huh. Very much smarter than I look.
This loco's really ruining this fucking moment. I'm gonna be honest.
into it.
Me sitting this on this giant rod was probably
No,
ruining
I think it's perfect.
Okay.
I think this is actually wonderful.
Okay. Just making sure.
I portray myself. I'm going to tell you a little something. But you probably already seen it.
I'm gonna put it in sub mode.
I live by a theory. I've seen a lot. We all have
I'm
seen
just not ready for hoppers
We've all
right now.
been
I
through
really
some
don't
shit.
care. I'm sorry.
But I live by a theory. It's called the mask theory.
I just
We wear different masks to portray ourselves differently.
can't do it.
I have my professional, I have my social, and I have my private. Each of those is like a door. A door in the same room. The locks are a little bit tighter on each of them. I live by that. I wear different masks. I portray myself in a way
This mass theory thing that he's about to go
That
down,
people-
I'm already lost.
see, lack of better terms, be a little bit dumber than I am. I do this on purpose. In retrospect, I like to consider myself one of the smartest people in the room. A lot of what I do is not actually what I would want to do. A lot of what I say is not actually what I want to say. I know it's in my best interest to put that mask on. I purposely portray myself a little bit stupider, a little bit dumber, a little bit rough around the edges.
Forte, I'll pause you. The difference between you and a lot of people that we have that are coming through this police department right now is that I believe it is a requirement that everyone has that mask. And I think most people... That is one dumb local. Holy shit.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him. Leave the fucking trash for us to deal with, motherfucker. Oh,
He's
yeah.
a Denzel supporter, I think.
Probably here to riot.
Yeah. Take a seat.
Next riot's gonna be quite a while from now. But I think everybody in this police department should have a mask. The difference between you and a lot of other people, and the only honest and foreseeable takeaway that every single person in this police department needs is personality. And you need to know how to use it like a light switch.
Mm-hmm.
If you cannot use it like a light switch, then that time is up. Maybe you're not fit out to be here.
Dead in the water.
You have that light switch, and I'm gonna tell you now, you should never be ashamed of having that light switch. I wish I had more of a say in what is to. I don't have answers, obviously, because it's completely out of my area of knowing. But you should not for a second believe that that light switch shouldn't exist. And I'm going to tell you now, regardless of what anyone tells you, do not ever lose that light switch. Because your personality is, unfortunately, a rare breed, but is what we need for this PD to fucking strive. I think there's reasons people need to be reprimanded. I think there's reasons why people need to be fired. Johnson, deserved. Covered up for...
Unarguably.
Yeah.
I see it from their perspective as well as his.
Denzel, technically not fired. He was fired, but he's to be brought back into the next academy and recertify, essentially. I think that's a waste of PD asset time to take up a fucking academy slot.
100%.
We are already in dire need of needing people on the streets. I think that there were other avenues that could have been gone, like demotions, but that's not for me to decide. There's a lot of things. A lot of things that could be done better. But the only takeaway that I really need you to remember is what I said about orders of pulling out a gun and shooting your superior. Not that I want you to pull that out on the rip, but in that conversation, try and be cordial and try and make your point. If the point is not made, definitely use that as an example. Because it is the most valuable example, in my opinion, on standard and empathy.
There's a difference between hazing, demoralizing. Hazing builds, if done correctly. Demoralizing destroys.
You're being very dramatic right now.
No, that's what I'm doing.
Let me break this down.
This was a moment.
You sound like a
Penis.
goddamn... Okay, you sound
There
like
you
a
go.
fucking supervillain.
I'm a horrible person.
What do you... I know.
Yeah.
Listen, just do me this favor. There's two sides to every story. And regardless of what anyone says, you are a phenomenal officer. You are going to be great. And I don't want anyone to tell you differently.
Is this situation holding me back from my promotion?
Do you want me to answer that honestly?
100%.
I don't know.
Appreciate that. I appreciate the honesty. I really do.
I really don't know.
Because I know it's past my 30 days. I'm waiting for something. Just something. And I feel like this is what's, stopping that something. I'm very excited to hopefully be promoted. But if I'm not going to be promoted, I'd like to know why. And if this is the reason why, I'm going to raise hell.
Forte, stop.
No.
You are
I
not.
want to be dramatic.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Come on.
Go ahead.
I have to set up different. Okay, listen. Listen, I have to set up like different lines of story. So like, just like give me a little bit, okay?
No, you're fine.
Yeah, you see what I'm doing.
Hold on. I need to. Hold on.
Because if there's like a criminal arc coming in, I have to be ready for it.
No, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I need you to go to your script for the 22nd.
Shit.
Go to page 13.
Wait, fuck. Hold on.
This is the part where you set yourself up. Yeah.
Shit.
This is the part where you need to set up your villain arc in case something happens during pending review of possible DAPs.
Well, I know. I see that I have a blank here. I hope you got that in the Google Doc. I don't know how many DAPs I can actually get. Yeah.
My sign of discretion is blank for that too. It's sort of in the air.
Like
So
5.
we'll just improv past it. It's yeah. That's
So
fine.
so I'm basically I could get 1, right? That's what we're looking at here.
I mean it's sort of blanked out. I'm not sure.
If anything, I think the 1 for like. Okay, wait a minute. At some unspecific time, many years before his time in Los Santos Forte. Yep.
You good? You caught up?
I'm gonna burn this PD to the ground.
Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on.
That's where we're at.
Yeah, all right, go ahead.
This is where you're like,
Go ahead.
do it.
I'm ready. Set
I'm
the
gonna
scene.
burn this PD to the ground.
Do it without looking at your notes.
I'm gonna burn this PD up ground. Fuck. Down ground. But I'm on the page where I nominate myself for sheriff.
Go back 2 pages. Forte, I don't know how else to break this down to you, but I need you to get this right. This has to be done right.
Yeah, no, I think I lost the page.
Well, Reddit's gonna find out about that quick. You better find that fucking page.
Chris, chill.
Okay. Too far. You dumb fuck.
Hey, listen, you said Reddit. I might as well confirm it.
Shut the fuck up. All right, listen. So, just the only point I'm making out of everything is just remember what I said, and we'll go from there.
Hey, yeah, I got suspended.
Forte, we'll talk soon.
I'm literally gonna. You. Oh my fucking god. I'm gonna go crazy.
Yeah, I got a DAP for something that I didn't do with Brian Knight because Brian Knight misunderstood and he said me and Aziz were making up evidence or some shit. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then I got 5 DAPs for 1 extra bullet on Donald Bush the 23rd when he went and stabbed Tony.
What was
Also,
that?
flop 1, page 14.
Wait, what was that?
Sorry, 410. We're looking through the PD script today of like series of events. Forte,
Oh, yeah.
Forte was
Yeah,
just
we
getting
don't-
over his villain arc, and then
Yeah.
next
let's
scene
talk
was
about
you.
the backstory that I'm an arsonist,
Yeah,
and we're going on down that.
and then
You enter.
you
stage
enter
left.
scene with you suspended, and now you're gonna tell us about what happened.
This is what it feels like.
Because it feels like a fucking movie right now as to what's going on. So, Cormo, what the fuck? What the fuck happened?
I don't know.
You wanna
I went.
have a conversation?
Yeah, I mean, we can. Here, let me do something real quick. I gotta. Sir,
I'm clocking
yeah,
off.
sir, here, I gotta open this. Sir, I'll open it for you. Stop
I
complaining.
mean, at this point, I mean, fuck it.
I don't think that could have been any more unbearably timed based on the conversation we just
I'm
had.
gonna rip my dick off and throw it into the lobby.
Okay,
at this
there's
point.
nobody in that car.
What happened?
There's nobody in that car, but please
what?
don't touch it.
What?
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
I
'cause
don't.
want
I don't
that-
even see the car.
Wait, what?
I don't see the car.
Wait, hold on. Come up. Just come over here.
I don't see a vehicle.
Today's been a dadgum shit show. Let me tell you.
It sounds like it. Forte, I'm probably gonna have a conversation with Cornwood here real quick. We'll catch up soon. Just don't forget what I said. All right.
I got you.
All right.
Yep.
You want to go across the street on that roof? Dramatic effects.
Yeah, actually, well, here's the thing. I gotta
Clock out.
I gotta get shit out of the cars.
I give you back
'Cause
your money, right?
Yeah, but I gotta check the lock storage in some of the cars.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna take it out of sub mode. I want to make this really fucking clear. Really fucking clear. In fact, I'm gonna put it in emote mode, take off sub mode, and I'm gonna say it because I don't want to hear it from anyone. We're gonna fucking behave like a bunch of adults. If I got some dumb shit of people being too close to the sun because you can't seem to split the difference between characters having altercation on a video game and it's affecting your personal day-to-day, I'm gonna advise you to click the little X in the top right now and go figure it the fuck out. Comprende? We good? Fantastic. I'm not gonna say what's gonna happen if you say dumb shit. You're just gonna find out. Okay, fantastic. Be free. Woo! There's a lot going on. The fuck? You all right?
Where's QCF?
I don't know. Hey, Cornwood.
Is there a car out here?
What's up?
Do you see a car out there?
No. You going off duty?
Mm-hmm.
You all right?
There's no reason for me to be on duty.
Why?
Here in Cornwood, the man who's literally put more hours in than anybody else in this entire department is getting suspended. I can't deal with that. I don't know.
Well,
My attitude's not gonna be up.
You don't have any context. To be fair, I don't either.
I understand.
But
I
just
understand.
keep that in mind. Don't judge a book by its cover. You know what I mean?
But look at him.
I know. He's
So
wearing a flannel. His jeans are like 4 times too big for him.
I'd spread his cheeks. I'm not on duty, and I'm gonna say it. I'd spread his cheeks.
How would you like spread him? Would you use like a lint roller?
No, one of those shoehorns.
Enjoy your time off duty, Forte.
Yeah, I have to go build a business label as my backup plan.
How would a lint roller work? I don't know. Oh man, how's streamer doing? How's it going? I'm doing all right. I'm trying to enjoy the role play. I know a lot of people are very opinionated and very salty right now, and I don't know. I don't know how to feel. Still tired? Yeah. I'm just trying to remind people to keep the peace. It's really not worth it. The chokehold is, you know, I would hope most people are good with the idea of RP being RP, but you know how that goes. He popped. Fuck. God damn it, cornhole. I've only been around all 16 hours of SVM being live. Oh man. Wasn't Flop balding? He was at one point. He's probably gonna go back to balding soon. I remember his voice from 3. Yeah, no, Forte's new. He's really good though. What was the reaction when he on the radio when he said I got suspended? I missed it. I don't know. I think Flop's gonna go back to balding. I didn't have the radio when he said he got suspended. I want to know kind of the context though. I'm hoping the Cornwood and Flop will get a chance to talk, but was SVN coming back? Any idea on when the Alice promotion will happen? Whenever Barrick and Alice are both around at the same time. Can Flop just go back to emo? That emo arc was so long ago. He's coming. Why is he coming back? You know what? Bro. Bruh. Jesus Christ. 16 fucking hours, man. Can somebody find out if S-Fan is ever looking to sell his mattress? For context, you know damn well that thing's never been used once in his life. So if he's ever looking to sell it, I'd love to be the one to buy it. I am in need of a new mattress. Oh, man. Hey, Pandrax, that's up to him to decide. That's not up for me to decide. If he gonna be a dumbass, he gonna be a dumbass. Since the 18th of December, that is insane that an average could be that high. Then I got 5 dabs for 1 extra bullet after suspect down. I agree with that though. Hold on. Hold on. Like a suspect was down and he went, you know, let me just double check real quick and fucking pop him. I don't know about that one. That's because the thing is, if a civilian defended their life and then put a bullet in the person's head that he was defending himself against, right? If Flop pulls out a wrench, sorry, if Flop pulls out a wrench and chases somebody and someone shoots Flop and while he's on the ground and then, you know, Someone puts an extra bullet in the head just to make sure. That's how you go from stand your ground to attempted murder. To be fair. You good?
Howdy. Yeah, I have to, here, come with me.
I was looking to go 42 here soon. I'm going to ask you just flat out, are you taking all the turbos out of the cars?
I already took them out, but I'm not taking them out because of any sort of bullshit. I'm taking them out because I think people ain't careful with them, and I've already had 2 of them stolen.
That's actually that's actually a fair point.
I'm very worried that these turbos that nobody has seen in almost a month are they're gonna. I'm worried that they're gonna get stolen or some shit, and I'm very worried about that. But we got to take this to Mosley. Here, hop in with me.
Okay.
Because this one still has one in there. Otherwise, hell, I'd keep them. Or I'd keep them in there. I was just taking them out to reorganize the shit.
So what actually happened?
There was an issue with Brian Knight like a couple weeks ago, where Brian Knight shot a guy on accident instead of having his taser out. He ended up shooting him. Hello? Howdy. Yeah, they suspended me. Basically, I had a... That's Hazel. Yeah, I had a situation with Brian Knight that didn't act, and Knight was wrong. It was me, Aziz, and Knight, and they were saying that I was like faking evidence or some shit, or he was saying Knight was.
There's a wider argument about whether everyone has to be serious all the time or if you can have a gentleman's SPS agreement. I'm going to save everybody's oxygen and everybody's fingers from typing their reasoning between SBS and my chat. I am going to have an aneurysm thinking about how 3.0's whole mentality was the same fucking thing.
Which basically just that one wasn't true, and then I got.
Yeah, we're getting close to emote only time. I'm really not about to entertain any of this shit. I really don't care. I'm gonna be honest with you. In fact, I'm gonna keep it blunt. I really don't fucking care about what the reasoning is. I want to find this all out in character. Yeah. I just unlike your favorite streamer, insert name here. I don't care. I don't care at all, and I will never care. Want to bring something up? There's a place for it, but it's not in my chat. Started the story and then walked away. He's on the phone taking out a turbo. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, basically. Actually, I'm surprised. Usually shift 3 is a little bit. Well, are we shift 1 yet? I think this is technically 1. Like 15 minutes? Here, fly, bob in. Oh shit, I don't know when it is. Okay. Well, hell, yeah, but yeah, that's basically what happened. Denzel was fired with a chance to come back next academy after his suspension. But yeah, no, you're kind of hitting the nail on the head with the whole damn thing. That's how pretty much everybody feels, and here we are. But it's okay. I'll have my review hopefully next week, and yeah, I have an indefinite suspension. 10. They got 6 tonight.
I'll deal with that. You park up.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Why am I being watched?
All right. Well, I appreciate it. All right, I appreciate it. See you later, Blackwell. Okay, so what'd you hear?
None of it.
Okay,
We'll-
basically,
We'll talk over in the corner real quick. All right. What's up?
okay, so long story short, I got one DAP for this one. I was actually, I mean, I was pissed about both of them, but this one I was pissed about because it didn't even happen. Apparently, Brian Knight claimed that we were joking about falsifying evidence or some shit and getting a guy for adoption fraud and all that. I was like, look, a guy basically, Brian Knight shot a guy, and on accident instead of having his taser out. And then we arrested him eventually, brought him back. He said some things that would have led to a potential adoption fraud that Aziz pointed out. And then Knight was claiming that we were changing the story or making up evidence in order to stick adoption fraud on this guy when he wasn't doing that. And what actually happened was we were joking about the amount of commission. I was literally doing push-ups and Aziz was sitting on my back while I was doing push-ups while we were talking. Like we were just being goofy, you know? And we're like, holy shit. And it's like, nobody's taking the situation seriously. This guy got shot and he shouldn't have been shot, this and that. I'm like, well, Knight's the one who shot him. And you know who went and documented the scene and went and got the evidence and stuff afterwards? It was me. I checked for his injuries. I applied a tourniquet to him at the scene to make sure he didn't, I applied an IFAC to, I didn't because the EMS were right there. Okay, so check this out. I was going to, but I didn't because the EMS were right there. So I didn't apply anything to him, but I checked him out. Took a photo of it. Got all the evidence on the ground, put in the evidence locker, took care of all that. The guy actually ended up bleeding out from the place where he got picked up and then to the hospital because the EMS didn't take care of him properly. Which again, it's okay. Well, hell, I should have just done that too.
The reality is, as soon as we hand off a 95 to EMS, they're the professionals in stabilization. If they make a mistake, there's a reason it's called stabilizing, right? If they're stabilizing, it's essentially buying time. They are buying time until a doctor can professionally look at them.
Right.
Anything that happens once it is in the hands of EMS, as long as you followed basic medical on scene until EMS arrived, you are in the clear on that front. So
right. But what he's saying is, I got a DAP because Knight said that we faked the evidence. And he said Aziz said the same thing. And I'm like, no, Aziz did not say that. I know what Aziz said because I was there and I know Aziz ain't going to say that shit that he didn't do.
what does he mean fake the evidence? What evidence was
Or
fake?
like that we joked about like, changing what he said or some shit to push for an adoption fraud charge. And then lawyers, and he wanted a bench trial, and lawyers and DOJ and shit got involved. Also for coercion of Knight. Apparently I coerced Knight to change his statement. Whereas I told Knight, no, what you're putting in your report is wrong. That is not what happened. Okay. And this is right after the Gregory Johnson thing. And I said, we talk about integrity and shit, right? People will get in trouble for having your statement be wrong. yourself, me, whoever. Like this, you shouldn't be doing this.
Who said this?
And
Brian?
literally, yeah. And you know Brian Knight, that some bitch was sitting at 13, 14, 15 hours. Okay. And when he gets to that point, he is cooked as hell. And at the end of the whole thing, he told me he was just messing with us. And because of that, I now get a dap. That is the tipping point.
Is Brian still able to come forward and admit to what happened? Because if that's true, what is stopping him from coming forward and saying, Slacks, we need to talk, and explaining the whole story?
I don't think he will. He ain't been on. He don't care about PD no more. I mean, he's old. He's retired. I think he's
Brian
done.
Knight?
Yeah, he's like never on duty.
Might be worth trying to see if that's a possibility. Did you have 9 daps?
Well, here's the other 5 came from shooting Donald Bush the 23rd. One extra time. I shot him 25 times, but because the one extra for Sam Bass, I got 5 daps for excessive force after he was already down. And he ended up dying, but that sumbitch wanted to die. There's 10 cops pointing a gun at you, and you pull out a knife, and he charges at Tony Andrews. So yeah, of course. He was asking to die. So hell, I gave him a reason. I mean, suicide by cop. You're telling me somebody doesn't run at 10 officers who have their guns pointed at you with a knife out and stab somebody that don't want to die?
I'm not disagreeing with that. All I'm going to ask is look at it from the opposing perspective. Devil's advocate for a second. Because I understand probably where Slacks was coming from on this.
But you got to think 5 for 1 bullet is insane.
Here's where things get twisted, though. I don't disagree with you that that's a lot of daps. I'm gonna play this perspective from what I would see this as. If I witness somebody, let's say, pull out a wrench, charge somebody and get shot for it, we can call that stand your ground, right? Self-defense.
No, I understand this part. I think I should have been dapped once for that.
I definitely think that you should have been dapped. I would definitely say that there's excessive force there. 5?
Yeah, 5 is insane.
Let me look at the DAP sheet real quick on the SOPs.
No, 5 is excessive force,
Mhm.
but that's bullshit. Because here's the thing. When you're asking to die, don't you want a reason to die?
Our job is to protect and serve. For use of force would want us to stop the threat. Once the threat is no longer a threat, though, we need to do what we can to protect that person.
No, I understand.
I don't. Let me break this down maybe simpler. I don't disagree that it sounds obviously the man wanted assisted suicide by cop. There is no questioning that. How do I know this? I have had to. There is a man many years ago I had to kill in a similar light. Very clearly, it appeared he wanted assisted suicide, and I gave him what he wanted. He had a knife out. He was talking about his motives on, you know, the people he was going to kill, what he was going to do, this revolution he was going to pull. Fucking serial killer. Dude was insane. He put his back to me. I pulled out my gun. I shot him in the back of the head. So I understand the assisted suicide by cop. I've been there. I've done it. Regardless of what the guy wanted, we still have to uphold our moral to not, you know, step over a line with that. Nobody wants to go through that. You gave him a reason. He got his reason. But at what point is it no longer his reason? And at what point are we just sort of using it as a stomping ground?
Yeah, but that's when discretion comes into play. And you know damn well there's a time and a place. Just like that rock, you know, there's a time and a place. Like, I'm not gonna go use that rock in some bullshit and you know. Now if I'm chasing after Adam and he's doing some bullshit, I will throw that rock at him. Chasing after Osvaldo, I will throw that rock at him. But if I send that shit at Gene Paul, you know, that ain't happening. I'm not gonna do that shit.
No, yeah.
And sometimes part of being a good police officer and being a good public servant in the city is using your discretion and understanding the situation in order to provide the best outcome for everybody around you, is my point. That's what frustrates me about the 5.
I don't disagree with you. I really don't. The only thing I am gonna say on that though is, do you understand why you got the 5?
Oh, I know why I got the 5. I don't agree with 5. I think it should have been 1. And I don't agree with the 1 at all for the night situation. That just straight up didn't happen.
I think I would definitely try and reach out tonight and see if you can get that overturned. There's that. It would.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
I mean, I don't know if it would.
Even if it doesn't, I think they're owed to hear the truth. Here's the issue, though. Did anybody report the fact that Knight talked about doctoring?
No, it was Knight's statement. And we're like, no, this didn't happen. Why is it always the other, like, I feel like we go to court and then our statement weighs less than the criminal.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're in this situation and then our statement weighs less than what this guy's saying. Me and Aziz he did not say that.
It might be worth trying to get that overturned. I'll be honest. I don't know if you're going to be able to get the overturning of the 5 DAPs. I think Slacks probably had enough reasoning too, even though there is another avenue of, I guess, a defense on what you did. I think the Brian situation needs to be addressed. I think if that is genuine and that is wrongfully put. Do you know how long your suspension is?
Indefinite.
I'm going to say something really cheesy. But what do you actually have to lose to try and get Brian to be honest about that?
I'll be honest. After that conversation with Brian Knight, I don't know if I want to have anything to do with him. I think it's one of them things that is, you kind of learn. Tony Andrews told me this years ago. You kind of learn that there's just some people you kind of have to avoid and you can't fix anything with them there. So because they just find a way to cause problems. Unfortunately, every time he wakes up, for some reason, Bobby Charles is just right around the corner. And I don't